Welcome, Divine Hearts. Thank you for being here. Thank you for your presence and participation and co-creation as we create these sessions together. My name is Lois. My light name is Suana. And together we create these transmissions, these meditations, these activations to assist you to move deeper, to connect with your I am presence, and to unearth and discover more which is resisting that becoming from within yourself. As we move more into the eye of the needle, into the presence and the centering within, we learn to master and see in new ways. It is a gradual process. It is a step-by-step process. As we unearth from the center of our being, we can see the distortions around us. We can see our fields and the distortions within those fields from the center of our being. When we are out of our center, out of our I am presence, we are in the distortion itself. We are in the sea of suffering. And it is so much more challenging, it is so much harder to see the programs and disqualified energies, misqualified energies. It is harder to see when we are in the bitter sea of suffering, in the distortion. And so with these transmissions and meditations and activations, we together move closer to our I am presence, to the centering of our soul, so that we can become masters on earth of our own bodies and energies, and truly be of assistance as we walk through our lives on our paths towards ascension. A big pattern and shadow aspect that has been making itself known recently is the pattern of the beggar within. The beggar being the victim. And it is a huge matrix and may make itself known in various aspects of our lives. It may be subtle in some aspects and very, very loud in other aspects, but it is present, it is there. It is a very prominent matrix held within the body. And this is the matrix that we will be working with today to dismantle, to transmute, to be able to liberate ourselves, to become free and sovereign beings. First, we are called to center. Bring your awareness to the very core of your heart, to the very center of your being. There is an undeniable stillness here in this presence. Allow the I am within you, this beam of light, to come forth from the very core of you. This beam of light is horizontal in nature. It is source light within you. It is your source creator flame of God in light form, in scepter form, beaming forth all the way through you, up through the open crown, up into the heavens, through the gate of heaven, and all the way down through your lower realms, your lower chakras, through the core of your feet, down to the core of Gaia, to the heart of Gaia, to her very soul, heart, consciousness. You are now a live, direct line, a communicator of the divine. Allow this line, this beam of light, feel it hotting up a little bit. This is a useful tool as you vision your I am, this scepter of light line, as a frequency that is hot. Because we are working with attachments today. And so nothing can attach to this live light line, which is the I am, light within you. It is indeed too hot. It burns any entities that tries to attach to this lifeline. It is like a sword and the will of God, if you will, too. It is a light of true integrity, of truth, of power, of grace. Now, move yourself into this light. See yourself surrounded by this light. So you are both within it and surrounded by it. You are both within and surrounded by. The I am is all that there is here. You may vision yourself sitting in a meditation position within this I am, within yourself. You are fully sealed within the I am. All doors are shut here. Nothing from the outer comes in to this sacred space. This space is of deep stillness. This is your temple of truth. This is where you hear truth and have the space and the time to move through that which is not truly you. This is also where you survey your bodies, your reality, from this center point. This is where you have clear and sound judgment from the stillness and the center of this space within you. This is where you see distortions within your own field. And this is how you learn to master your own reality. Because once you step out of this presence and stillness, you are in the distortion. And the distortions are loud. The distortions are the bitter sea of suffering. And so we continually bring our attention back to the present, to the presence within, to the temple and the I am, upon which you are safely sealed within. You are also receiving increments of light from heaven and increments of light from Gaia as they continually share their frequencies, as you share your frequencies. As you receive from heaven, you share with Gaia. As you receive from Gaia, you share with heaven. There is no attachment here. You are the flow of this divine source frequency that is coming from above and that is coming from below. That is divinitizing on its journey and aligning you with the divine from within yourself. In this now moment, we wish you to vision your Trinity flame, which we have mentioned many times, within the sacred chamber of your heart. This is a sacred flame that holds 3 flames in one: the blue flame of divine will, the yellow flame of divine wisdom, and the pink flame of divine love. They move together as one flame, burning brightly, and beneath them and the catalyst of these flames is a beautiful pearlescent pearl, the Divine Mother, who gives birth to these flames within us. She holds these flames sacred within us. When it is time for our elevation, that we work with these frequencies daily, often, that we become conscious and aware, and that we stay conscious and aware of these sacred, powerful flames that we hold within us. Feel these flames burning within you. They are the flames of divine will, divine wisdom, and divine love. These are master frequencies. And when it is time, and when we are ready, the master finds us from within. You are calling upon your master to awaken from within you. It is about staying present within this I am present, and to master this alignment continuously. As we move out of this alignment, we are stepping out of our I am presence, and we are back in the bitter sea of suffering. Let us now create a beautiful crystalline column, pillar surrounding us, and reaches up into heaven and reaches down into Gaia. Again, this pillar speaks of us receiving light from Source each and every day, increments of light. And as we allow this to flow through us, and we share with Gaia gratefully, and we receive from Gaia her beautiful abundance and bounty, And we allow this to move through us, through our lower realms, divinitizing as she moves through, moving into the heart, all healing and expanding on our compassionate abilities as she moves back through the crown into heaven once more. We are practicing non-attachment and notice where the body is contracting, tensing up, because there is a belief there that we need to hold on to something, attach to something. There is not enough. There is a need to grab something. We are just touching the shadows of our beggar frequency, our victimhood matrix and frequency that is deeply embedded in our bodies. So again, just bring the heat of the I am up a little bit again when you feel that tension, to allow yourself to relax and to be truly a vehicle, a vessel, a cup that is empty and willing to receive fully and to share fully from a place of non-attachment. Allow the fear to dissipate, because this flow is infinite. There is no stop tap on this flow and this increment of light that is received from Source. It was us and our limiting beliefs and our beggar and victim patterns that was creating a dam, a block, trying to create an obscuration that there is a limit, that it does not flow forever, that we have to hoard, that we have to hold on, grab on for dear life. So allow those gates, those floodgates to open wherever you feel there is a block within your own vertical, receptive flow that moves through you, through the I am, and also back up from Gaia to release those, dissolve those. Now we shall place another circle of light around us. We are in our I am presence, in the very core and center of our sacred temple. We have become present and still, and we are holding that awareness of our threefold flame in our hearts, this master flame that we hold. We are also surrounded by the crystalline column of light that also connects us to the gateway of heaven and to the gateway of Gaia. As we graciously come to understand the infinite flow of light, of source, of heavenly frequencies and abundance that is wishing to move through us in each moment. Now we create a ring pass knot around our outer column of the pillar also. And this is a ring of light, of fire that moves around you continuously. Moves all the way up and down, all the way. Continuously up and down, up and down. We are raising our frequencies, and with our awareness in the I am presence, and with the temple, and with our connection to Source, to Gaia, we are truly becoming pillars of light. We are also in receiving more and more increments of light, understanding that we are given more and more responsibilities. So with the gift of more light and being able to embody and hold this, we expand and we take more responsibility to utilize this light, to step up more, to face our inner master, to embody this more, and to move more into ourselves as leaders of light. As we receive more, we will be called to step up and share more. And with these increments of light, the shadows within us will be shown, and all those entities that try to latch, the attachments that we have that try to latch onto our energy to keep us depleted and keep us from moving into that powerful I am presence within us and embodying this and becoming this. All these frequencies will be aggravated. Know that this is part of your initiations. As you receive more light, the shadows will be highlighted to be transmuted. So let us share a little bit about the frequencies that we are honing in on in this session, in this meditation. And it is the frequency of the beggar within, the victim within. This is a big matrix. This is a big system that has been allowed to take root deeply within each of us. It may bring up its voice more loudly or subtler in various aspects of our lives, but it is very much there, hiding in the shadows. And this beggar within us is a frequency of lack, lesser than, unworthiness. It is there to show us many, many things within our shadow. This beggar is very confident. The voice of this victim is very loud. This victim wants to be heard above and beyond everything else, because it is its suffering that is most important. It is its own suffering that is more important than anybody else's. And it deserves more than anybody else. This victim, this beggar, is prevalent in all aspects of our lives. It may be receiving crumbs in love, in finances, in its relationships with others. And at its core, this victim, this beggar frequency, is about guilt and the manipulation of guilt in order to get what it wants. It makes no difference if this guilt and manipulation is used subtly or on a big, vast scale. It is the same frequency, and it comes from within each of us until we speak its name, recognize it, and face it from our mastery. And so this victim this beggar will guilt others for having more than it has, and will blame others and will point fingers at the outside. And it is all truly a program that has been created there to try to deter us from moving into our mastery, into ourselves as leaders, ourselves as light leaders, as honourable beings with full integrity and light, love and compassion, and the dissolvement of judgment. Because the victim holds so much judgment about the outer world and its inner world. It sees a lack of balance, but it is itself in the centre and wanting everything for itself. There is never enough. There is this insatiable fear and worry and stress that its own needs will never be met and that it is never enough. And so we are addressing this beggar within us in this session. And we are transmuting this beggar as we place everything that we are feeling with this beggar, this victim. We are going to be placing this on the altar of the Trinity of our threefold flame. So place this beggar that you are discovering within yourself, this victim, and place these patterns, beliefs, and the matrix, the whole matrix system, place it in your threefold flame and see the fires of divine will, divine wisdom, and divine love burning brightly, burning these away. And as you do so, we are going to activate and bring forth the pearl below the threefold flame. This is the resurrection flame. This is the white purity flame. So begin to twirl this pearl. See the white flames moving out upon this pearl and merging with the threefold flame and that victim within that is being purged, purified, released. This belief system is ready to be burnt away and released to allow you, us, we to experience true freedom and to step into our mastery and to step into our leadership within our lives. As you visualize this Trinity flame turning into a pearlescent white flame, begin to say together with me, I am the resurrection and the life. I am the resurrection and the life. I am the resurrection and the life. And if you feel it aligns for you, you can add upon this sentence, because this sentence holds great light power within itself. Yet if we add a frequency that is opposing to the victim, to the beggar, and for me that represents stepping into leadership, becoming a leader, becoming a master. And so for the leader and for the master, There is no place for the beggar or the victim, because you are making way within your vessel to embody more of your I am and to become your I am, which is infinite supply from Source, Creator, infinite abundance, infinite light, infinite love, infinite wisdom, and it takes infinite will to take these steps forward. And so we work with leadership today. And we shall say, I am the resurrection and the life of leadership. I am the resurrection and the life of leadership. I am the resurrection and the life of leadership. And in your own practice, you may wish to focus on this and say it as a mantra for many minutes, because you are beginning to reprogram within yourself with the language of the light of the I am. You are reinstalling your inner planes with the language of the I am, which is source, which is light, which is truth. And so with that, with this sword of truth, comes the enlightenment, seeing the shadow and becoming enlightened, seeing how to end one disempowering belief and to reprogram with another empowering, enlightened truth. This truth comes in to fulfill you, to fill this empty cup. The ego, the victim, the beggar programming kept you in a loop of unfulfillment, of moving outside of yourself continuously in the bitter sea of suffering, not being able to see your way forward, drowning in suffering. And so this is why we move ourselves into the very center of our presence, and I am. The I am is the antidote that you are looking for. It is the fulfillment. It is the divine nourishment. It is the divine nectar that will never leave you wanting. But we have to practice. We have to bring ourselves into this awareness continuously. We have to stay conscious. Now, before we end this session, this meditation today, we are going to be calling forth the violet flame of transmutation. Many of you may have heard of Saint Germain, Master Saint Germain, as he comes forth to assist us with the alchemy of the violet flame. This flame is extremely powerful and is there to assist us as we move into our shadows, as we witness our programming. We can call forth the violet flame to assist us. It is a quantum tool to be used so that we can quantumly work with dissolving lower programs and attachments within us. And so we work with this flame daily and often in the morning and in the evening. And so let us remind ourselves that we are in the center of our being, in our I am, with our victim and beggar burning in the flames of the Trinity, which has turned into a resurrection flame, We are burning the old away that no longer serves us within our I Am presence. We are resurrecting our leadership, our master self, our leader self. And so there cannot be space for any frequency below that high attainment, that high noble integrity role that we are moving into. We have our column and we have our ring past knot. Now we bring in the violet flame with the assistance of the Ascended Masters, and see and visualize this flame. You are within the I Am. You are also with the column of light, and the flame is burning the lower realms where this shadow of beggar, of victim existed. And so see yourself within all of this and the beautiful transmutational violet flame burning away. You may wish to visualize this. You may wish to say certain words to assist with this. It is important to stay focused on this flame being present and invoking this flame in and asking for the assistance of this flame. It is a tool of assistance that is there for all of us as a humanity to assist with our transcendence. We do ourselves a great disservice when we do not utilize these tools and gifts that are offered to us. So you may wish to say, I am a being of violet fire. I am the purity God desires. I am a being of violet fire. I am the purity God desires. I am a being of violet fire. I am the purity God desires. You can continue this affirmation as you allow the violet flame to burn away any remnants of that matrix of beggar, of victimhood within yourself. That beggar, that victim, cannot coincide with your divine nature. It is a choice and asks for your total presence in each moment. What do you choose in your actions, in your words? What stories do you tell? Are you choosing the victim, or are you choosing the divine? It is truly that simple. There are two paths, and we do choose. Allow this violet flame to burn and purify, and visualize this for at least 15 minutes. Say this for at least 15 minutes to get the full impact and increment, the power of this violet flame that's burning away, all at the root core of these beliefs and systems and matrices, to free you from them. Continue to visualize the violet flame. I am a being of violet fire. I am the purity God desires. I am a being of violet fire. I am the purity God desires. We have allowed the ego and the lower self to reign for far too long. Now it is time for humanity to rise up, to become the light leaders that we truly are, to lead from space of divine love, divine wisdom, divine will. we have to choose, and we have to gain strength. We have to focus on our presence in each moment. And what we choose, we experience. Choose the divine. Choose to be a leader within your own life, with the support of the divine within you. Blessings.